or he could go with it. And he was put in this horrible position that Claire essentially put him in because she canceled the show. She canceled her season. And literally ended it right then and there. And basically why I'm telling this whole story is it was obviously way too fast. And it was just the cringiest thing of all time. And I'm going to get around to it. As everyone's heard the recent news, they made it like a couple weeks and they're already broken up.
I did see that they broke up, yeah.
Yeah, so they're already broken up. And oh my gosh, what a shocker. No, it wasn't shocking.
Well, I don't think it's shocking if any Bachelor couple breaks up, but it seems like this Claire Crawley. Also, I do want to mention, I understood. I don't know who Claire Crawley is. I don't know who Dale is. These people are new to me. But I think it sounded like the news was there was some cheating involved behind that Dale had cheated on Claire or something like that. Is that?
Yeah, there's a bunch of cheating rumors, and they're pretty substantiated at this point that he was cheating on Claire.
Okay.
And I am not
do we care? I mean, do we care or no?
Well, that's the thing. So I am not an advocate for cheating at all. It's bad. Don't do it. For all y'all listening at home. However, yeah. Do you blame Dale for cheating?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I have no idea who Claire is. I don't know. I have absolutely no opinion on the matter. This is part of this is. I'm not going to lie. This is potentially an Achilles heel to our Bachelor podcast. Is that I can't comment. I mean, if you're looking at me to give some analysis here, I got nothing. If we do have we got to analyze our strengths and weaknesses here. I think a potential Achilles heel here is if we too try to break down Claire and Dale's whatever season that is. I haven't seen that. I'm going to be able to offer nothing.
Hey man. Okay, so I got this figured out. I am recording right now. I'm on Zoom right now. I'm like recording right now, and I sent you a link to. I invited you with a link.
That's cool. I'm getting my. You know what? I just remembered that the forward-facing camera on my phone is a little wonky sometimes.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of setting up my laptop.
Okay.
And that'll just take a second. I'll just click through a Zoom link once the wireless is working on there.
Okay. Yeah. Take your time. Whenever you have the chance, I'll be on the call, and we'll be able to get it done. Pretty quickly, and then we'll be. I'm not gonna rush through it, but we'll be good to go. It's only a few questions, so.
Okay. Yeah. Is it kind of like what we did before?
It is very similar to that. That's a good comparison. Yeah. I can let you know the questions. I mean, it's like, what made you want to be a DJ? What's the most rewarding part of your job? What interests you about doing weddings specifically, that type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool, man.
Yeah. So.
All right. Just see me show up pretty soon.
Okay. Cool. I'll see you in a second. All right. Bye.
So do I blame him? I don't know. It sounds like he was the one who
some analysis here. I got nothing. If we do have it, we got to analyze our strengths and weaknesses here. I think a potential Achilles heel here is if we do try to break down Clarence Dale's whatever season that. I'm gonna get it all right. So I don't know. It sounds like he was the lone. She was the lone. But sure, I don't necessarily blame her. I don't know.
She put him in a really hard spot because the thing is, you were doing it right then and there. Initially, I thought that people would hate them, right?
Hey, Andy.
Be like, oh my gosh, Dale.
Andy. That looks a little more promising. I see something pop up. I still don't see a screen. I don't know if you can hear me. I did send you a message as well. I just want to see Andy's long hair right now, is what I really want to see. having fun though. Andy, are you there?
What's up, Mike?
Andy, hey, how you doing?
Hey, can you see me at all?
I cannot, unfortunately.
That's weird. Okay, so I have video on.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I got it.
Hey, look at that
I
guy.
forgot that I cover this up so that no one ever spies.
Look at you. Look at that.
I'm
Look
just
at that
kidding.
guy. You look great, man. How you doing?
Hey, you too, man. I'm just kind of positioning here so that I'm seen. I decided to tie my hair back. Maybe it looks more like how I would look wearing a suit, you know?
Oh, I see the ponytail. Dude, show me that again. I love it, Andy. It looks great. It really does. It looks totally
Yeah,
like
thanks.
it looks totally like natural and normal. Hey, you look great, man.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, when I was in high school, this is what my hair looked like, and then I cut it when I was 20. So it feels like a revisitation. I've been focusing a lot more on music, so it really seems all right. Like I'm now the musician with long hair again.
There you go. Are you doing a lot of playing? Are you doing a lot of playing again?
Yeah, man. I know you're playing a lot of guitar too, which is really cool.
I have been. Yep. I've been. Yeah, our band is. Things are actually going all right with our band. We got a gig. We had a gig on Saturday that got canceled, but we were able to get it rescheduled at another place, kind of last minute, and make that happen. So it was pretty cool.
What kind of music are you doing?
We're doing a lot of country music, actually, in the style of like Luke Bryan and Luke Combs. And I don't know if you're familiar with those.
Wow.
Guy like
Yeah,
Kenny
of course,
Clark,
man. I'm a DJ.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, of course, yeah. That was a dumb question, wasn't it? And it's like, it's not my cup of tea. I think you know that, and you know my music taste. It's not my cup of tea. But here's the thing with those songs: they're super fun. They have like just a good kind of positive energy to them, and they're just great guitar songs. Like Keith Urban, guys like Brad Paisley and Keith Urban. I mean, they can really play the guitar, and it's fun to be able to play some of those.
Well, that's true. So are you using a Telecaster through most of that?
Well, actually, I go back and forth. I actually prefer my Les Paul, believe it or not. I think
that makes sense.
More like me. Because I think that's kind of a cool thing about our band is like we don't sound exactly like. I like to think we kind of sound like a little bit of maybe almost a heavier version of what Luke Bryan or Luke Combs might sound, because
that's good, because Luke Bryan can really turn up the distortion sometimes.
Yeah,
so
he can. He can, and he has kind of a lot of like songs that are just kind of anthems. You know what I mean? So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do like to play the Les Paul, but I will grab the Telecaster for a few songs, or when I break a string. I break strings a lot, so
that's cool,
I got that ready for that.
That's great, dude.
Yeah,
it's been so fun getting back into it, and I'm working on a solo kind of like album that's going to be kind of like a blend between post rock and ambient genres.
Very cool.
You know, with a lot of shoegaze influences and stuff. So it's been really fun to do. And I just can't wait for it.
Man, that sounds right up my alley. I love post-rock. I love ambient. I love shoegaze stuff. Yeah, it's kind of been a while almost since I've actually listened to that type of music. It's been so long. But yeah, I always really like groups like Sigur Rós. I know you like them. And Godspeed You, Black Emperor. Have you heard of them? Yeah, that's another one of my
favorites. Yeah.
That's another
they're great
groups, and it's just like really eerie kind of sounding stuff. Sometimes they really like create a really intense mood. I mean, you could just cut a knife with the mood that they create on each and every one of their songs.
Oh, for sure. And they'll bring in really kind of ambient sounds too. Godspeed Will, and then of course there's Explosions, everybody knows, and then like This Will Destroy You, and some other bands that are just like that are masters at blending the electronic, and Mogwai is an old standby for me. That's how I got into the genre, is Mogwai.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Mogwai's pretty great too. Yeah, and on the ambience, I think I like. Have you heard of Stars of the Lid? Have you ever heard of that group?
No.
They're an ambient group. It's almost like noise to an extent.
I love it because I love noise.
Yeah, you would like it. It's actually a
Stars of the group.
Stars of the Lid, and the album I would recommend is called The Tired Sounds of. The Tired Sounds of the Stars of the Lid. It's the songs are really cool. It's like each song is, again, it's like just an ambient noise, but it's very moody. Each and every song has a different mood to it that's just being created from this noise. It's actually almost amazing how they can create so much like mood with such minimal techniques.
That's cool because I love the mood-based stuff, and I actually really like, as much as I like to rip on them, I like the guys who spend like $5,000 on guitar pedals to like make wind noises.
yeah, I do too. I mean, I'm not one of those guys, but I'm not one of those guys, but I would not mind becoming one of those guys at some point because I think it's really cool too. You know, if you can make music that sounds like that, and that's what's great about being able to play guitar is it's such a versatile instrument. You know, you can use it
extremely versatile, and even more versatile with all the tech we have now, and you know, all the plugins, and then all the stuff we can just build our boards with and our gear with. So, and then being a DJ is really informs that, because I bring a kind of, sometimes I've been doing like parallel routing. Sure. And then kind of like mixing things together, kind of like how we do on the decks sometimes, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And so it all starts to blend together at some point.
Very
yeah,
cool.
we'll have to like, you know, trade on email like some of the things we've been listening to, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And it sounds like we could enrich that for each other. So I'm excited, man. Thanks for.
Yeah. I look forward to hearing what you're working on too, because that sounds right up my my type of music that I enjoy listening to. It's been a while since I dove into that kind of stuff, but I definitely have an appreciation for it. So, well, let's get. I feel like, Andy, let's be honest, you and me can talk about music all day long.
We can talk about, we can just hang out. I mean, so yeah, let's stay focused.
we can hang out and talk about music, and trust me, I really want to. But yeah, I got all this stuff going on.
Exactly.
Right. So, yeah. So I'll just start out by saying this: how long have you been with Bellagala? Well, actually, I'll just ask this. What is your name and how long have you been with Bellagala? And you can go ahead and answer. You know, my name is Andy. I've been with Bellagala for X amount of years, or something like that.
Right. It's okay. Great. So it's okay if I drink tea during this.
Yeah. Do whatever you want.
I have a whole Chinese tea set up to my right.
I love it.
Yeah. So my name is Andy Acker, and I've been with Bellagala since 2012, I believe. Just before that wedding season started, I got trained in.
Okay. So you've been on the team for about 9 years now. In that time period, between Bellagala, you currently live in California, but between that time period working with Bellagala, and you also do wedding DJ work in California as well, about how many events do you think you've completed, roughly?
It's, I used to count at the end of every year and then kind of like do a review of that year. And then think about what was great, was that too much for me? Was it enough? Like, am I hungry for more? I just kind of do like this big count, and I stopped doing it because like the count got too big.
Mm-hmm.
And it's over like 600 shows. It's over that. Yeah. It just, cause like, you keep doing it. There was a year with Bellagala where I did 100.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Because I know you had done a lot of shows, but I did not realize, or a lot of events. I did not realize you had done 600. That's unbelievable. I think I've done about 300, or a little over 300. And
that's still a lot.
It is. It's a ton. That's why I'm thinking 600, man. That's crazy. So you've done. You said, as a rough estimate,
mm-hmm.
Excuse me, something around 600. So what interests you? Why do you continue to do it? You've been doing it for about 9 years now. You said, you've hundreds and hundreds of shows. What about this job continues to bring you back to it?
Good question. I think the personal connection and really just a kind of infectious sharing of joy. We all have personal challenges in our lives, and especially today, and with the complexities of modern life, and we get to drop that and just really share something that's kind of pure, and however we get to be in touch with that purity is a really thing. It's something that deserves to be paid attention to and deserves to be cultivated. And I think music is one powerful way that we encounter that period, we share with others. You know, we dance. Our bodies open up. They let go. Our inhibitions drop. It's not just the alcohol. It's also the music. You know,
A little bit of both. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
sometimes. Yeah, oftentimes a little bit of both. There is some correlation there and some causation. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it doesn't hurt a DJ. Yes, I can.
right, but it's also the personal connections with people, because I get to relate to people about something that matters so much to them. And at first I was like, oh my God, the stakes are high. You know, like when I was a new DJ, and like you know, I was like, oh, everything has to be right, you know, and then you kind of push through that, and you get confident with yourself. And the longer I've been doing this, the more confidence there is, and then the more relaxed and attentive I am at the same time, rather than like oh gosh, you know, like, oh, I better take care of these clients. It's more like, yeah, I'm in my element. And then I don't even think, I just do it. And then when I'm speaking in front of people, the less I think, the better. I'm in the moment, you know, I know what I need to say. I know what I need to do, you know, because I've talked to the people, I've talked to the clients. We've really gotten over on a personal level what they're looking for. I want to make sure that they're listened to. And that's another thing, I get to listen to people. And when you listen to people, you learn a lot about life, about what they need, and you get to step outside of yourself. And so I'd say that's another big thing for me, is when I'm DJing, it's like I step outside of the thoughts, the feelings, the kind of ways that we kind of obsess about our own lives on that own personal level. Right. It just, everything drops. And then it's like a reset. And I come home and I'm like, you know, I just had this amazing, joyous event with people. And I come back to my life and I'm like, yeah, you know, things are okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I can totally relate to that. It's like after a wedding, you see those memories happen right in front of you that you know will never go away for that couple, and just how incredibly rewarding that feeling is. And you're right. It's like you get back home and it's like you almost have to like pinch yourself, like that actually happened last night, you know, and I was a big part of that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I can just totally sense that in what you're saying. So that's
yeah, you know, and there is a bit of there's a peak, it's a kind of a peak experience, you know, we have those peak experiences in life. So, you know, you get to get paid it's still work. You put a lot of energy into it, but you get to get paid to do that and to be a part of creating that with somebody. So it's like you're creating it with people rather than just for them.
Right.
And exactly as you said it too. And I think that, you know, both you and I, the ways that we kind of shot up at Bellagala quick is because we just have a natural fit and connection with that.
Yeah, I think so too. I would agree with that as well. And I think that's one of the biggest attributes somebody needs to succeed as a wedding DJ. And there's no question that you definitely have that, and you're passionate about it. And that's clear. I'm going to ask you one more question. What are your passions or interests outside of DJing? I mean, what other things are you passionate about? I know there's no shortage of things, and I'd be very interested to actually hear. I haven't talked to you about it in a while, and what you're doing right now in California. So.
Oh yeah, thanks. Well, music and a lot of music.
Of course.
Playing guitar, writing my own compositions, putting things together. I love that stuff. I just can't get enough of it now, especially since we've been spending a lot of time at home this last year. It's like, well, if you're a musician, that actually isn't really a bad thing.
Yeah.
You're like saving humanity and playing a lot of guitar by not going out. You know?
Can't play out, exactly. You can't play out as much, but there is definitely more of an excuse to do some playing at home for sure. Yes.
And less social pressure, you know, to interrupt the creative process, which has been really amazing. But for me, like, I'd say meditation's been a big part of my entire adult life. So I've spent a lot of time with that. So I get to do that, you know, read that stuff and then sit quietly. Tea, I'm a big fan of tea. So, you know, I have, I even have like tea collections and little Chinese clay pots, and, you know, drink kind of like different kinds of teas and things from China and Japan. And, you know, Japanese tea ceremony is something that I'm very interested in. I love practicing the art of. I love the arts, you know, in normal times, I'm usually going to museums that kind of feed my soul. I love sports. I love playing volleyball, especially sand volleyball, outdoor volleyball, indoor volleyball. I love that sport.
That sounds so fun. Out in California too. That sounds awesome. Man.
It's a blast out in California. Sometimes it feels like, you know, I'm living the dream, like, you know, like those 80s movies we used to watch, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Exactly. You are. Will you remind me what city or what area you're in?
Santa Cruz.
Okay.
So it's a beach town.
Okay, so Santa Cruz, is that more towards San Francisco, or is that more towards LA?
We're an hour and a half south of San Francisco on Highway 1, so we're right on the coastline.
Okay.
So San Jose is about a 35-minute drive over the mountains.
Okay.
Without a lot of traffic.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I imagine.
Or mudslides.
Right. Yeah, I imagine there's no shortage of fires, mudslide, and different things going on.
Yeah, or fires. Yeah, right. So, this last year I've been doing a lot of walking too, because I'm usually at the gym. I used to be a personal trainer and work in fitness. And so I usually, I'm kind of a gym rat. I'm in there like 3-4 days a week. And now I haven't been at the gym for almost a year. So I've been finding ways to just really work with fitness, like hanging off my deck and do pull-ups, or, going beach running and taking long walks every day and listening to the music I created. So it's kind of like, and kind of thinking it through and sifting through that process. So that's a lot of what I've been doing. And then also just making sure that my friendships are like active,
right?
Through Zoom calls and things like that. And there's some nonprofits I've been a part of in different leadership positions too. And, so there's a lot of other things that I've been doing, and a lot more writing too. And so I've worked as an editor as well. And so sometimes I pick up a little bit of that sort of work too. So I just have like this collage of things that I'm interested in and passionate about. Sometimes I'm making money with them, and other times I'm just really fulfilling my time here at home.
Right. Well, very cool, Andy. I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me today. That's going to be it for the interview. Honestly, yeah, that was perfect. All we need is just to be able to take some bits of that. We'll put it up on the site for clients that they're going to see that. They're going to love it. I mean, you sounded fantastic. It was super simple.
Oh,
that was
good. Thanks, Mike.
That was awesome. So yeah, that's really all that I need. And I'm sorry, I do have to take off. We should catch up at some point though. Because or at the very least, let's text each other some tunes or something that we should check out, because it's kind of been a while.
At the very least.
It's been a while since I've actually kind of talked music with somebody. My friends don't really don't have quite the same passion I do for music. And it's been a while since I've actually really kind of communicated with people about music on a level where I feel like they really understand me. So I do have to take off, but let's stay in contact. All right.
Always good, Mike. Take care.
All right, my man.
Yeah.
Get easy. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.